Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest expansion-packed episode of the Switch It Up Show. I am your host today, Seth Trav, joined as always by our friend Glenn.
That's me, my man. How are you this fine evening?
I'm doing very well. I developed a slight draw because I got my jaw jacked in a little game called Chop that we're going to be talking about in just a second.
Ooh.
But ladies and gentlemen, before that, we got to let these jaw-dropping beats ride. Anamana Kuche.
That's it.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I said at the top of the hour, whatever hour it is you're listening to this, the game I will be reviewing is called Chop. It is $9.99, and you get 50 gold coins when you purchase it digitally. Chop is a 2D party game with tons of gore and fast-paced action. Swords will fly, bodies will be chopped. Friendships will break. Accessible in its mechanics, it offers a real strategic dimension and a depth of gameplay that will put your skills to the test. One hit to kill, respawn almost instantly. Chop gives a feeling of close to the constant adrenaline rush you can experience in fast FPS. I feel like there were words missing.
I agree.
It's an odd sentence they wrote out here. It speaks to those who like gore, comics, post-apo, and are looking for a supercharged party game. I didn't know post-apocalyptic was getting a breathe now.
Yeah.
But I guess we're tossing that around.
It's a new one.
Terminator is a post-apoco. Apo. God, ugh. Anyway, the game offers a unique twist with rush out mode. It doesn't matter how many players you kill, your goal is to rush out through your portal as fast as possible. Don't worry, you still need to defeat enemies as it's the only way to open the portal. Features from 1 to 4 player local multiplayer. That feels odd as well. Glorious dismemberments, delightful executions, silly gory graphics, all wrapped up in a comic book style. 3 game modes, 4 playable characters, 4 special abilities, blistering moves, various arenas, random bonuses to spice up battles, many options to customize your games. It is by our good friends over at Quebec Games, and it is pretty okay. Now let me tell you why. I really love the style. It is very much in the vein of Borderlands, the way it looks, the humor, the action, things like that. It's very fun to play. It's actually a lot of fun to play. I found myself going through all the game modes multiple times, trying out every different character multiple times, and I was genuinely having a really good time with it. I was trying out different bots on different difficulty levels, all that good fun stuff. But you eventually kind of hit the wall because all you're doing is playing against bots. And while the music is great, the animations are great, the style's great, even this rush mode, it's pretty awesome. Biggest problem about the game is that there is no online multiplayer. For some ungodly reason, you can't get online and play with anybody. And that is the biggest drawback to this entire thing, because I'm supposed to be out at a party. I don't have people over to my place. I live in the wilds of Pennsylvania. It's not happening, Captain. This game demands online multiplayer trash talking and lots of fun. And I've had a difficult time with a lot of these multiplayer party games where the idea is, run around, shoot things, kill everything. Something about them doesn't really grab me. This game grabbed me very, very well, but it is missing an incredible key component of the game, which is being able to play with people. I wanted to give this game like a 4, but because of of it being such a drawback with this lack of online multiplayer, being forced to just play against bots, which eventually does get, very repetitive and kind of boring. I got to give this game a 3.5.
I mean, that's still a pretty good score, you got to say.
It's much better than average. Much, much better than average. It's fun. The gore is wild. And if you like Borderlands at all, you're going to love this. If you like Deadpool, you'll probably love this. Check it out. Let me know what you think. If you are the kind of person who takes the Switch and sets it down and plays with multiple people and they bring over their Joy-Cons here at lunch or something like that, I'm sure you're going to love it. I'm sure you're going to have a great time and your buddy rock out. But I don't live that life. I live the online multiplayer lifestyle. We got Destiny 2 coming down the pike. We got a Shadowkeep about to open up. It's like, if I'm not interacting with people, I'm just too shut off anymore. And this game needed interaction with people for it to be, 4.5.
Hey man, you know what? Some people review a game real high. They give it a 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10. Other people slam it, 0, 2 thumbs way down. But you know what? I say to those reviews, Mr. Seth Travel, I call that fake news. And that's what my game specializes in over in the headliner NoviNews. I see you smiling. I know you enjoyed that.
I was very happy to hear that.
Sweet transition.
You're doing so well with your lead-ins.
I'm telling you, I am on fire tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm going to go ahead and sit back and relax while I give you this synopsis, because it's going to go on for a while, and you think it's going to be done, and it's not. So bear with me while I read this to you, because we read these here on the shows in lieu of the time where we used to just talk about every game that came out every week. So
too many. Hour and a half long show.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. This format is much better. So back to headliner NoviNews, award-winning adventure where you control the news and its impact on society, your friends, and career. Different choices lead to unique combinations of endings. A stack of news articles sits on your desk. 2 stampers on either side, green to approve, red to reject. Your reporting team is hacking away. In the background as corporate music plays throughout the loudspeaker. Music's actually pretty good. It's time to make decisions. Will you endorse nationalized healthcare, even though your love interest is worried about increased wait times? Will you demonize the new synthetic alcoholic drink, even though your boss is stressed and they are an important investor? Will you support the current government as tensions grow between a neighboring country? After work, you emerge on the streets of Novistan, shaped by the very news you publish. Perhaps you will see more angry graffiti, bums, or even a riot. Or perhaps you will turn the nation into a peaceful utopia, filled with cameras and drones watching your every step. How will your channel address the tragic events about to happen? Will you agree to meet the clandestine group of truth-tellers, or will you watch the Prime Minister's speech? Oof, I'm not done. On the way home,
so many news things.
There's so much to cover, my man. On the way home, you will meet 3 main characters. Evie, your co-worker and immigrant, worried about her health and growing xenophobic sentiment. Your brother Justin, an aspiring comedian struggling with the imposter syndrome and social anxiety. And finally, Rudy, a single father trying to provide for his little girl and keep his store afloat while a mega mart opens up next door. Each day provides a glimpse into their life and how the media shapes their beliefs. But every headliner deserves to relax at home from the stress of the job, listen to the radio, and unwind on the comfy couch bought with hard-earned cash as you watch the city burn outside the window. Perhaps splurge on treats for your doggo, or adopt a drone. Have your brother over for dinner, or maybe keep your doors locked, hoarding every penny as your apartment slowly fills with piles of cash. After a good night's sleep, it's time once again to face the boss, new articles, and a growing sense of responsibility and power. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end. That is the synopsis for Headliner. This is, they classify it as an adventure education role-playing simulation game. I'm going to go ahead and reclassify that
Seems
for
a little
you.
Educational, right?
I mean, yes, I do
You'll
think
learn what it's like to run the Daily Planet.
I mean, that's kind of pretty much what you're doing. Your job is, they say it in the description very well. Basically, you're sitting at the desk, and you'll have a bunch of articles. You'll just like kind of look through them. You only see the headlines, hence the title of the game. And you have the approve or reject, and you get to choose what you're going to do with every story. There's no limit. You can reject everything if you want. You can approve everything. It's not like that, so you can kind of just shape it as you wish. And then, of course, on your way home, you're running into all these characters mentioned in the description, and you're seeing how your choices of what the news and kind of like how it affects people. So it kind of starts off as the simulation in the beginning. It's educational in the respect that you see how like, you know, especially now in today's times where like the news has such like you know, a personal reaction, it seems like, to so many people, you know, are invested in what's going on, and it affects them. And this game really kind of takes that to heart, and you see that, you know, how things are spun and what news is and isn't reported on, how that affects people that, you know, are in your life that you care about. So that part definitely hits home in this, and I could see how that's educational.
Really deep and interesting that it goes that route with it.
It's yeah, man, because you're in charge, and then the people consume the media that you're responsible for filtering. So, and then you kind of see how it loops into, you know, what they're concerned about, and, you know, and it directly, in ways, it directly affects their life, you know, or at least their outlook on that day. And every day is a new day where you can go through and, you know, choose what you're going to approve or what you're going to disapprove, and you can kind of focus on whatever way you think you kind of want to push the story, you know, and what you're going to cover and how you're going to cover it or support it or reject it, and then you can see the reaction to that, and then maybe you want to try to like maybe your coworker, for example, her name's Evie, like you guys are friends, but there's kind of something else going on there, you know, maybe you're trying to like further your relationship with her a little bit, so maybe you're trying to skew the stories towards like her storyline, but then it might you know, affect one of your other friends in like a negative way. So it's like there's two games going on here. It's the city and its reaction to the news, and your personal relationships and how they're affected by it. So I mean, it's super interesting. I haven't really played a game like it before. I could understand how they say simulation for sure. Education, I get. There is definitely a large, like, I feel like visual novel aspect to this, because you are maybe not like large, but half of the game is, or at least I'd say more than half of the game is you like talking to everybody that you interact with, like all your friends and your coworkers, and then the actual approving or disapproving of the articles in general themselves. They're like a paragraph and a headline. Like that can be pretty quick. Usually there's only like 4 or 5 articles on your desk, so you're kind of reading it, and then after, based on what you've talked to these people about, you probably have a feeling of what you want to do with each article. And then of course you're getting random phone calls from a secret source that's urging you to lean in a certain direction, you know, and then your boss is urging you to lean in a certain direction. You know, and then each day, like, you know, your boss will respond to you based on what you chose, and it'll be like, oh, like, you know, I see you chose to support this drug, like, awesome, like, I love this thing, you know. So there's definitely influences coming from other ways. So it's very topical, very, you know, of the moment, and it's fun, man. It's cool. I like this game. If you're not into like visual novels and choose your own adventure, you might not like it quite so much. And I mean, if you know, because this game is so tied up in, like, you know, kind of what we're going through, like right now in the country, I could see how this game might stress you out a little bit. I think it's interesting. I think it's fun, but it is more directly about how, like, the news affects people's personal lives. And if you're playing a game to kind of like chill out and relax a little bit, and maybe escape some of the craziness that's going on in the world, this game might not be the one for you.
Probably not your cup.
But that being said, like, the game's fun. Like, I love seeing like where it goes and how it gets there. Like, it's cool, and there's like a little bit of a thriller aspect to it as well, but I won't delve into that too much. This game's $13.99. Really cool, like, you know, balance of choose your own adventure versus like visual novel, and of course they say adventure, education, role playing, simulation. A lot going on there. I do think it's worth the price of $13.99. A good amount of gameplay here to be had, for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 4 out of 5. Really, really like this game. Easy to play. You can play it like real quick and kind of just play like a day at a time, which I'm always a fan of. But you know, it's a little bit heavier. It's on the heavier side. Might not be for everybody.
Yeah, and here I thought it was just going to be demanding pictures of Spider-Man all day.
Oh, you've been waiting. You've been waiting a whole episode to make that joke.
I really was. I was sitting here just like, when can I drop it? Just like these sick beats drop. Just like every so often a new episode of the Switch It Up show drops. Just like we're dropping a new episode every single day over on our main show, the Pre-Cast, where we're going to be doing Years for Fears. 31 episodes, 31 days, 31 years of my life. We're going to be counting down from 1988 to the year 2019, a different horror movie every day of the month, because it's Rocktoberfest, right? Something like that?
Sure.
Anyway, if you don't like it, if my explanations got too boring, y'all can always switch it up.